Moringa is a fantastic plant. We are teaching, I host 4-H for ages 5 to 10 twice a week. Most kids don't have access to this. And that's one of the reasons why most people don't have any idea what they can do in terms of all the news saying, oh, climate change, climate change, climate change. Well, give us something to do, you know?
Yeah.
Well, this is what you can do. We're sequestering a ton of carbon, more than our footprint, but also, hopefully, we're giving children an emotional experience. So when you're an adult, you don't remember like anything from your childhood except for just a few things. But like somewhere in there, you might have, you don't know why, but you're kind of interested in this, or you don't know why, but you kind of like, you want to go for a hike in the woods. It kind of feels good to you. So it's shaping personality, shaping interest, shaping what gives them joy. So I do structured learning with them, like sit down, listen, you know, but a lot of it is, you know, free play. And that's the most important thing, because they're able to just have this like early, like connect with their primitive self and have some fun. But in a structured lesson, we revisited the Giving Tree book. So, you know, the depressing book from the 1970s that makes you hate mankind. And this is kind of like the pattern with most ecological stories or ecological news reports, is all it does is make you like really frustrated and make you feel kind of helpless and angry. So we took the Giving Tree story and we swap out the apple tree for Moringa. So that's a happy story, because you can chainsaw Moringa constantly and you're just going to promote more leafy growth, and then you have so much to share with your family. So every cutting you can just plunk in the ground and it will probably root to a new tree. And so if in the Giving Tree story the house was made out of Moringa cuttings, the house would probably root and become a living house. So it's a happy story, and happy stories are much more motivating and empowering. When something is fun or brings you joy, well, now you want to do it, and that's much more motivating than like being sad and like frustrated. So that's kind of what
And
we're doing.
moringa has a lot of medicinal quality too,
Yes,
right?
so in different cultures, moringa is listed as a miracle plant, and in some areas in Africa, they believe that it cures cancer. We would never say that moringa cures cancer in the United States. That's the role of pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
However, the National Cancer Institute lists the top 5 causes of cancer. This is just common knowledge. Can you guess the number 1 cause of cancer?
Nutritional deficiency.
Yes, so it's diet and lifestyle. Diet and lifestyle. So if you address your micronutrient deficiencies, most Americans are grossly deficient in micronutrients. They get plenty of fat, carb, and protein. They do not get zinc, iron, vitamin D in sufficient quantities and in sufficient ways. This plant is a nutritional powerhouse. It's a protein leaf. The leaves have as much protein as a legume, and it's packed with this is another example of a plant that offers all 3 nutritional categories in one. The seeds are used as a flour. It's debittered through like boiling or other means to use it as a flour, high protein flour. You can extract the fat for oil. It's a high oil seed. The leaves are protein in and of itself, as well as just being a powerhouse. It's also a laxative. Most Americans are a little clogged up, so it's a great laxative raw, but you want to like tread carefully. I did have an epic dinner party fail serving large quantities raw. So I prefer to have it blanched. I blanch it, and then I make pesto, because that removes it removes a little bit of the laxative quality.
Okay.
The roots are used as a medicinal, and so are the flowers. So it's macronutrient, micronutrient, and phytonutrient, all 3 in one. Now this is daikon radish down here. And my son and all you do with daikon radish is just throw the seeds. So you can see I did not till, I did not weed. I give the 4-Hers handfuls of seeds, and then you can see where look, you can see where they walked because it will actually just grow anywhere because it has a thick taproot, so it just pushes the other roots out of the way. So it's like competes anywhere. This is another example of well, it's an example of a plant that's root to seed edible, and that's another great feature. And it provides a method of fertilization. So I grow this every winter. In the fall, coming to the winter, I just buy like a huge bag of it on Outside Pride. They have like the cheapest rate. I think it's like 10 pounds for under 20 bucks. Whereas if you were to like try to buy daikon radish seeds, it would be 100 seeds for $5. You have like tens of thousands of seeds. So I just fill their little hands and their little pockets and tell them to go run and play and throw it all over. And then we inevitably have a ton to harvest, but whatever we don't harvest, the tuber will rot, and then it actually lets rain flow down. So it aids water flow, drainage, but then it will rot and create loam, which is fertility. So it's a wonderful plant. It's root to seed edible. I also sprout the seeds to put on my salads. It's just great. And you can eat the leafy greens as a kale. It's in the brassica family. Consequently, this is in the brassica, it's a brassica order plant, Moringa.
Okay.
So
is this the radish?
yeah. So we picked all the big ones just the other day, and I made like a big casserole with it. But the brassica family was historically considered poor man's medicine because of it was a micronutrient powerhouse. That's why kale, right?